Women of Leiden, the words of my comrade are clear. This is a state of silence emergency, a state of neglected abuse by the hands of institutions, companies, and a whole culture based on hetero-patriarchal oppression and on valuing profit over our lives. Our sisters are being touched without consent by people they don't know, and more often by people they know. Our working-class sisters are being denied a fair wage by their employers. Our Muslim sisters are being falsely accused of terrorism by the state. Our lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and queer sisters are being denied mental health care when they need it the most. Our migrant sisters are being left drowning in the Mediterranean Sea. Our black sisters are being treated as third-class citizens. We are being slut-shamed, objectified, body-shamed, sexualized, fetishized, and exploited. We are literally dying as I speak. So our words can't wait any longer, because we know that to speak the truth of our oppression and to demand respect and the right to self-determination are the only way to our full liberation. Our silences will not protect us. They will tear us apart. Instead, we must stand united, support each other, and carry on our resistance. Freedom will be our vision, solidarity our standpoint. Our voices united are meant to dismantle discrimination. Together we can demand the end of the gender pay gap and 40 minimum wage for all. But also to stop pretending that gender equality means having the same opportunity of men to live under wage slavery, or achieving the same authority of male CEOs, shareholders, and employers to commodify other human beings and destroy our land. We must dismantle economic exploitation altogether for women and men alike, and for the sake of nature too. Woo! For men to stop putting on us the responsibility of their abusing and sexualizing behavior, because it is especially on them to take apart gender expectation towards women and to hold each other accountable for their sexist attitudes and toxic masculinity. They must renounce and denounce machismo and rape culture. Equal representation in all public institutions of Leiden, because the ridiculously high gender segregation in spaces like Leiden University perpetrates a vicious cycle of our exclusion from power. They use that power to knock us down, while they also unfairly blame us for failing to disprove in gender roles. We must reclaim our space and recognize the importance of our participation in social, economic, and political decision-making. For women to wear and to treat our bodies the hell we want, without being judged or policed, because we ought to be ourselves the one deciding whether body hair and scars, tight dresses, or androgyny are liberating, not pleasant, or empowering. We must embrace heterogeneity of women identities to really break free from the yoke of gender norms. A healthcare system that actually provides us with urgent and effective assistance. A system that doesn't label us hysterical, stressed, or paranoid whenever we go to our GP with serious complaints. A system that doesn't put us on infinite waiting lists when we're in desperate need of psychological help. Because to dismiss our problems and delay their treatment kill millions of us. We must be as loud as we need to and expect to be listened to and believed, whether we are reporting rape, pointing out sexism, or expressing concerns about our health. And the list, of course, continues. Leiden 413 is committed to anti-sexism, and not just in a symbolic way. We understand that the specific struggle of women in the workplace is integral to our fight for increasing the minimum wage. Actually, we ought to make it central, as women receive 50% lower wages than their male counterparts. Leiden for 13 was to bring forward our specific concerns and address sexism within the labor movement. For that, we initiated Working-Class Heroines, the first group for women and feminism at Leiden for 13. Our goal is to bring together the white and black, the Muslim, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, atheist, the LGBTQ+, and the migrant women of Leiden. We will do so by organizing safe spaces for women to come together and share their grievances, and by providing local communities with a support network and the tools to achieve our own liberation. In this fight, we don't stand alone, but we call on our allies to support our liberation, which is also their liberation. Because we can obtain anti-racism, climate justice, labor rights, sexual freedom, and religious freedom without anti-sexism. Systems of exploitations intersect each other, and often originated in the same point in history. If we were to look back at our colonial past with lucidity, we would see that it was then that our current capitalist economic system and political order originated. How can we expect to be treated fairly and with respect when our current society is literally founded on slavery, imperialism, and white male supremacism? For this reason, our feminism can be about decolonial, anti-racist, anti-economic exploitation, anti-ableist, pro-migrant, and queer. Only this way, the rising of the women will mean the rising of us all. If women throughout history have burned as witches, burned as workers in factories, burned by acid, burned inside by the indelible mark of abuse, today we carry those flames, and we burn too, but we fucking rage, and roses too.